Hello, welcome back to the Fashion Nap. This week, I'm speaking to the queen of nostalgia, Miss Angela of Blondita Shop. When you see her stuff, you think about that Paris Lindsay Britney era. I could so see 2000s Kimberly Stewart being a poster girl for the Blondita brand. Her brand is everywhere at the moment. We've seen her pieces on Devon Carlson, Tinashe, Tara Yummy. The list goes on and on and on. She started the Blondita brand 3-4 years ago. She took a little break. This year she's back and bigger than ever, and it is just the perfect moment. Her brand is going wild. Angela has a talent for packaging nostalgia in a way that the younger generation just get it and they want it. I would actually go as far as to say that a lot of these aesthetics that you see Gen Z coming up with can be traced back to trends that Angela and her work brought back to the forefront of fashion. In this interview, I really wanted to get inside her mind and figure out, how does she do this? How does she always know the perfect moment to pick something from the past and put it in the present? If you're someone like me who grew up chronically online, then you will resonate with the Blondita brand so much. But because she's a marketing genius, even if you weren't there and you don't remember it, you'll feel a part of it. She's done incredibly well at building an online community and a world that everybody wants to be a part of. But she's not just somebody who's gifted at branding and knowing how to write a catchy slogan. She's actually a very talented seamstress, and we get into that too. So while you watch this conversation, I'm going to go and figure out how to pre-order the Gwen set. Because if you haven't seen it, and I know you have, it's cute as hell. So without further ado, here is the wonderful Angela. Who's this?
Oh, this is Ginger, Miss Ginger.
Hi, Ginger.
She's the muse.
Nice to meet you. Well, Angela, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. just hanging in there. It's the morning for you, so thank you for giving me the start of your day.
Oh my God, of course.
You must be busy right now because you are having a moment, if that's what the kids
You
call it.
think?
Yes, I
Oh
always
yeah.
know that someone's having a moment where not that I've unfollowed you, I still follow you, but if I was to unfollow you, I would still see you everywhere.
You think?
That's how I judge it. Sometimes you fall out with somebody that thinks they're whatever, and then you unfollow them, you never see their name ever again. And other people, it's you can't escape them. I feel like I'm seeing the Gwen sets everywhere. I feel like I'm seeing everyone wearing your stuff. You're definitely having a moment.
Oh my God, you can't escape me. Wait, this
And I
is
love
too.
it. I don't want to escape you. You just had a successful pop-up in NYC.
Yes, like happy forgot. It was so cool.
How was that? How long did you run it for?
It was a full weekend event.
Hmm.
I didn't go. My friends were laughing at me, saying it was very Banksy of me to send the stuff to New York and have it there for the weekend. But I was virtually there. I feel like I'm also virtually everywhere. I was just on my phone, being send me this video of the rack and of the outside. And I was just posting and so excited and talking to the girls all day. But sometimes it just doesn't make sense to travel. But yeah, it was so fun, and it got a really good response. It would have been cool to be there to maybe understand the gravity and the seriousness of it, but it was really sick.
It's almost quite on brand for you to be there virtually as well, I feel like.
I know.
Much
Yeah.
suits you.
Yeah. I am honestly so busy right now too, though. So I probably couldn't have even made it because I'm just traveling, and because of the Gwen set doing so well right now, I'm working on restocks because I'm not set up like a Nike corporation or some sort
Hmm.
of really established. I'm very small business still, so I'm trying to just figure it out, restock everything, make everyone happy, new designs. I'm excited too. I'm glad you're so excited and saying.
Yeah. And it's quite inspiring to know that you're still operating on such a small scale, but you're achieving so much. I think that's quite a valuable point to just put out there for anyone watching that wants to do something similar.
And I have experience too with just growing things, and I
Mhm.
want to take my time with this and just and it's a 24/7 job, honestly. I and I love it, but it's there's no break. So yeah,
I think you
you
have to love it to put that
you
much
have to
into
love it.
it.
It's literally eat, breathe, sleep it. Also, I mean, I just have one girl now helping me after this is the first month, and I'm so happy. But yeah, it's a lot, even just having one person. So I can't imagine a full staff.
It's kind of you get a big team, you kind of trade one problem for another. It's okay, now you're not the person, but now you have to delegate and manage and hope everything's smooth. So I guess, yeah, it's a different there's a saying I can't think of, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I want to get into some more questions. So you seem to be extremely like tapped in, and you have a really good sense of when to do things and when is the right time to do things.
I love that you think that. I
I
love that.
do think that it just seems like you're very tapped into like culture and like online culture. Maybe because I'm just like an old person. What's your process when you're creating these
I
pieces?
feel like we're probably the same age. I'm 30, or I'm gonna be
Okay, okay,
30.
I'm going to be 32, so we are the same. But okay, that's even more impressive because I feel like your brand has like it's very young. When I look at your page, I thought, okay, cool, I'm going to follow this page because I want to know what's going on with like the kids.
You know, I've really learned too to like act on like impulse and like
Mhm.
just the kind of immediate thought. It doesn't have to be like super refined. You like kind of refine it as you're going and just kind of trust that. Because like a lot of, because I feel like all ideas are in this like shared pool of like creative ideas. And there's probably like so many other iterations of it forming with other people. Or I don't
Mhm.
know, because I do feel like there is like a collective consciousness and like what everyone wants and like feels. And I don't know if I'm getting too like
No, no, no. It makes I'm right there with you. Like it makes perfect sense.
but yeah, I really like learned to listen to like my intuition and just like really act and just do and then just like figure it out and see. Because a lot of the stuff too, I'm like, it's like, is this like a good idea? Do I like it? Will people like it? I don't know. You know, you can't like listen to all these other like voices in your head being
Hmm.
like, no, yeah, is it the time? You know, it's just do it. Like when I did the like ladybug set, it's this like red and black
Mm.
dot set. I like did it and I was like, I love ladybugs. I'm obsessed with ladybugs. So I like thought it was really cute. And then I was like, is this so embarrassing? And then I had like a photographer friend reach out to me and she was like, this is so cute. And a lot of people would just like pick up on things and then they help also expand on it and like just give it life.
I love that set also. It's very cute. The color. How did you get into fashion in the first place and design?
So I kind of grew up around like sewing and just like the idea of sewing. Like my grandpa, he was a furniture upholsterer. So he had like a workshop in his garage and my family is really Italian and I have a nonno who came here from Italy and he used to make clothes. He came here and he opened up a bridal shop in Brooklyn and that's like how that was his job growing up.
Mhm.
It was always something that like it can't it you know, I don't know if there's like anything in your family, you know, there's just like natural things that like happen and you do. And I would grow up sewing like pillows or like I would like love to do it, but I never thought about doing it seriously or like being like I had like a strong interest in it. And then I went to school for audio engineering for music. And then after I just kind of naturally like went back to sewing and then just took it really, really seriously. And
When was
like
this?
this was you know, it's so funny. I went to school in London. I went to London School of Sound. It doesn't exist anymore. For audio engineering, I really wanted to be a singer. And I was like, if I'm gonna be a singer, I'm gonna learn like every aspect of this. I'm gonna like be a producer as well. I'm gonna like do the whole thing. And then I realized that like this is hard. This is not my natural talent. Like, you know, there's like so many naturally gifted musicians. I was like, I am not one of them. I know this is gonna be like a lot of hard work. So, and I need to make money. So I just started like painting on denim and stuff and just kind of getting into clothes, but having no idea what I was doing, truly. And so I when I moved to LA and I still didn't know what I was doing, I was like, I know I need to like surround myself with community and like if I'm gonna take this seriously, like just really figure it out. And I kind of retaught myself how to sew and I was making my own screens and it was really passionate about it and like it's like it wasn't anything, you know, it was just me like teaching myself and learning and honestly making really, really terrible things for a really long time until you like figure out how to do something that like people love and want to wear. But I definitely had like a long period of like figuring it out and like not knowing what I was doing and like making things that I see because I still have them. No one even, you know, got the stuff I was like trying to put on people and I just like donate it. But it's like it's definitely a what's that saying? You like put your 10,000 hours in.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's
I'm
it.
like
10,000
the hours are in.
hours. And do you think your designs were always like quite impulsive?
Yeah,
You've
yeah. And
always
like
kind of
now
worked in that
too,
way.
yeah, and now too as I'm like continuing to create and like expand on things, it's like I love this, like I really have this sense of like just like childlike just essence, but not in a like because I feel like that area gets so like I don't know, people are get so like sensitive or so like, oh, I don't know, like as if I'm trying to act like a little girl or something. But I just feel like there's like a little girl inside of every girl, and it's like from a very innocent place.
Oh, 100%, a hundred
Yeah.
percent. I get it, but yeah, I see how there could be conflicting comments. Have you ever done like consulting work?
No, but
I
I
can
I was
really see
thinking
you
that a
doing
lot.
that.
Oh my God, thank you.
As I was writing these questions and sort of like, because you follow people's brands and like you look at their stuff, but then when you're actually going to talk to them, you kind of look at everything in a different way, like altogether. And I was like, I could so see her like doing consulting for a brand like Heaven or something, and being like, you need to be doing this, this, and this instead of that, that, and that. Like, I
Oh
could
my
so see
God,
you
you're
doing
giving
that.
me life and confidence.
I just think you have a really big talent for like world building. Anything like I see of yours, A, you can recognize it like a mile away. And B, it's like, I don't know, it's not just the clothes, it's like the models and everything seems to be like you feel like you're joining like the Blondita universe as
I
opposed to
love that. Oh
like
my God, I need to talk to
looking
you
at a
more
shop.
often. This is awesome. I would say that honestly, branding is really important. And I like learned that along the way that
Mhm.
like there is such a value there, and like it's important to like start there actually. That's like a secret sauce button to like get the logo down, get and then the world building comes after, but you need to like just start. But yeah, the branding is really important. Honestly, just start. I feel like that's probably good advice because you're not gonna know. I feel like you could map out all the mood boards and everything, but you have to just actually do it and keep doing it and refining it. And for me, when I put stuff out, then you realize the tweaks to make and stuff. I feel like until I put something out, I'm not gonna realize like the changes to make. Or you can make a million changes and never put anything out.
I think a lot of people get stuck in that cycle of just like trying to refine before
Yeah.
they put something out because it needs to be perfect. But I don't think you can ever get something perfect beforehand. I think you're right, actually. I've never heard anyone say it in that way, but you do kind of need to see how it is in the real world to know if it's good or not, rather than just keeping it all up here and hope it and like arguing with yourself almost.
And then you like understand the perception of it more because it's like in like real life and feeling, and other people are involved, and perspectives and stuff like that.
Because I really see you as like a master of branding. If you've got a new product and you start and you do your logos and stuff, it feels more serious even for yourself. And then you probably take it more seriously. But yeah, I just had to ask you about that stuff, that side of things, because
It's so
you're
funny
so
too,
good at
because
it.
in LA, I'm like, all my friends have brands and they're like creatives and they make stuff also. And I will give all of them unsolicited advice what to do with their stores or with their brands. I'm like, you got to come out with a belt. You got to do this for your merch. And like, I'll just say it like free advice vibes. Like, this is, do it.
So you do consulting, you just don't know you do it.
I don't get paid for it.
Well, listen, down the line, when you've got your big team and you've got a bit more time, I feel like that is like I could see like the Blondie kind of like agency or like brand. I just think you're so good at it.
Oh my
That's
God.
the reason why I really wanted to talk to you. I was like, I want to get inside the mind of this person that's created all this stuff. Like, I'm so intrigued. I think your work is so intriguing. Segue, I'm not the only person clearly because I'm seeing a lot of people wearing your stuff. Tinashe, Tara Yummy, the Carlson sisters, Devin and Sydney. If you could dress one person, like the ultimate, like, okay, I can die happy now, who would that be?
Oh my God. Probably Chloe Sevigny.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. Or Baby Spice.
Baby Spy.
I
I
love
think
Baby.
those two is like kind of, they would be the perfect ambassadors, like the two sides of the. And now I might want to be on the lookout. I want to see Chloe wearing the stuff.
Because Dwan Jakari just had a moment where she wore one of their skirts and I was so happy for it was like a moment where I was like, this is really fucking cool. Like that's like a stamp of like cool approval when like
Mhm.
Chloe wears your stuff. I'm like, damn, that is top tier.
Yeah, I
That's awesome.
saw that, and I love that she still like loops in and tries different like new designers. It doesn't just sort of like when you're at
Yeah.
that level, you could just stick to wearing these very like old guard brands. But I like that she's still in the mix. Like that's a real fashion.
Yeah. Loma Alcester too would be really dope to
She
wear
has
some.
like the best style ever. Who would you consider your biggest influences and inspiration?
I love like 60s musicians like Janis Joplin. And when I was younger, I had such a fixation with Edie Sedgwick. I just,
I think we've all been there.
yeah, I was like on the computer every day, like needing to know everything. I was like, she's awesome. Yeah, I don't Miley Cyrus. I feel like there's probably like musicians that I like am really inspired by.
Well, I guess because you were going to be a musician, right? That
Right.
probably.
Yeah, maybe that goes hand in hand. I love like a badass, cool, feminine, like real like just female perspective.
I hear that, and a lot of like those kind of musicians, you would see them do iconic performances where they're like wearing some kind of slogan. So it ties in. Like I see that for you. I now need the full tea on the Sexyy Red story because you just
Oh
across
my
Sexyy Red. Like I saw your video, perfectly documented, obviously because you're the queen of branding. But I just need to know more. Like, how did that come about? Like, it was a really quick turnaround, right?
so I did two different things for her and so surreal. I'm so obsessed with her. She is someone, wait, sorry, I'm gonna grab my dog.
All good.
She's like an attention girl. Um, she's someone who I would like want to do a good job for her. And like in the moment, I was like literally nervous because I was like, this is someone who I look up to, I respect, I want it to be good because I'm obsessed with her. I love her. Being around her, it's like you get more confidence, which sometimes I'm like, I need, I want this confidence to like rub off on me because she is so like sure of herself and knows what she wants. And like, you need to surround yourself with, just people like this. She used to make clothes herself too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool. And like, because she's like a woman of all trades. She was like, I used to do this, I used to do hair, I used to make clothes, like, and then now she's like, which I feel like to probably be an artist like that, you need to be a Renaissance woman. You got to do it all. But it was awesome. She was very like particular too with what she wanted, and she's so sweet and like she's not fussy. She's just like, it fits me. I feel great. Let's go. And like, I'm like, let's go. The first time they were like, hey, we need someone like an onset tailor. So I don't do onset anything. I don't really do anything but sew in my house. So I was like, okay, yeah, like I'll do it. And it was one of those things where I was really nervous and I didn't want to do it because I was like, I don't want to fuck it up. But I was like, I'm not going to grow in any way if I don't put myself out there. So I went and then they had me just make stuff for her on set. It was for the Fuck My Baby Daddy video. I don't know if you
Wow.
so like I'm literally like in like a room, like at a table, like set it up my sewing machine. I'm going back into her dressing room. She's trying it on. She wants the adjustments. She hands me leggings. We're making like alterations. Like it was like really, really fast paced. It was like a 12-hour day too,
Whoa.
just there working with it was like, but it was fun. It's fun.
It sounds like an experience. And so is that then how the next job came about? Like you got friendly with her and then
Yeah, because the stylist was like, she like is very particular with who, she wants around. And she was like, she likes you. This is awesome. Like, you're coming back. Let's do this other thing. And I was like, me, yeah. Oh my God. Love you. Thank God. And then that was the BET and they had me do this insane, like cutting up a literal Gucci polo where I was like sweating. Like I
yeah, this
cannot.
is the one that I was watching the video of. But it came out good though. She looked great.
It came out so well. I want to make custom looks for her all the time. I want to like get into more like because she's so creative. I feel like, she probably has so many more ideas of like custom things she wants to wear, which I think is really cool too because she's just yeah, she's awesome. I can't say enough good things about Sexyy Red.
Oh, I love hearing that as well because people give her a hard time online as well. It's so stupid. Like just let her live.
I know, and I see a lot of like incorrect rhetoric of like about her online. I'm like, this is not her at all. And it's just so funny that like you guys are saying these things as if it's fact and it's just not.
Oh, people love to fill in the blanks of a story and then you know.
Yeah, she's a very, very genuine person. Like she's not like phony. I feel like I see like she's that, but she's not. She
No.
is her.
You've said that you're quite impulsive in your way of like working. I
Mhm.
am the same way. So now I'm intrigued. Your answer to this question is, are you like a goal setter? Like, do you have certain things that you're kind of claiming for yourself in the next few years? Do you like manifest, or do you just kind of roll with it?
I'm a big list maker. Like every day I have like a new list that I like of like kind of short-term goals that I need to do for the week. I need to get into more long-term goals because I feel like I've been in like survival mode, just like let's get it done now. Let's get the rent. Let's like, do this. Let's like fucking, just here. would love to expand. I don't know. I just want to be happy. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, long-term goals would be just to keep expanding, honestly, but in like a natural way. I don't want to like, you know, burn out or like even, I don't know. And I don't know how much I really even want to expand, because there's just that fear of like, when you just do too much, and I don't know.
Yeah, there's like that Vivienne Westwood documentary where I don't know if you've seen it, I forgot the name of it, but like she comes to one of her shops and she's literally like, I didn't design any of this. Like, what the fuck is it? Like, why are there plastic shoes everywhere? Like, get it out my shop. Like, there's too many employees. I don't know who any of these people are. What does this job title mean? Like, she got all of the like managers and like high up people in the company into a room and were like, why is my business so complicated? Just let me sew stuff and sell it. Like, who are you? What does your job mean? But yeah, I see that and
Wait,
I'm
who
like,
was
that must
this?
be Vivienne Westwood.
Oh my God, wait, I was like,
Sorry, yeah, no,
Vivienne.
it was a really good documentary, but it's like she was like, we've scaled too much. This is like out of hand.
That's so real. I didn't even realize that happened because I'm like that is the fear that I didn't even know that that was in the documentary.
I think the tides are turning a little bit. People
Yeah.
rather control their companies more than be the most famous designer on earth, you know?
Yeah, that's so real. I need to watch that. She is a huge inspo, and Betsy Johnson. I feel like they're like designers. So I was like them.
I have one more question for you, which is what is one thing that you would like anyone watching to know about you and your work? Like one takeaway.
That I really care. That I just want people to wear the clothes and just feel really good in it and confident. And I just want them to like feel happy in what they wear. And I hope that they do. And I guess operationally that right now we're pre-order model, so we're getting it to you. I feel like I don't want to. I get so many emails. They're like, "Where's my package?" And they wait a week, and I'm like, "We're getting it together."
A
It's
week is quick.
I know it's right now it's like a 2-3 week turnaround, but like people will order and I feel like they're used to like the Amazon Prime of it all and they're like, where's my package? And I'm like, I'm very sensitive. I'm like, I'm getting it to you and I will make sure of it.
And people should appreciate that. The more time it takes, that's like the more work that's going into it. So I think people need to chill fuck out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, please.
I said it, not you. So it's fine. I'm like really resisting the urge to not be super corny and just say, well, now we know your swag and your story.
Oh my God, yes.
I just can't hold these things in.
I had so much fun.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Thank you so much.
Too.
See you. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. As usual, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, why not binge them? It's better than doom scrolling. You'll learn something. As always, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend that you enjoyed this series. Think of all the fashion girlies in your life and make a group chat and send it to them now because it helps me so much. I appreciate you all and I will see you next week with another fab episode. Bye.